All right, and we are live, everybody. How's everyone doing today? I'm just going to give it a minute or two to get the stream going, so just give me a couple minutes. If you're watching this on the video version, for when it goes to video, just skip ahead to like the 3 or 4 minute mark, maybe the 5 minute mark. We'll see how long it takes to get started. The sound is skippy. Hang on 1 second. All right, testing, testing. How does it sound now? Does it sound a bit better? All right, we are good. All right. Having some technical difficulties, but well, thank you. All right, so we are all set. The stream on a technical level is back to where it should be. I don't know, YouTube's weird. Sometimes they don't update my thumbnails. Sometimes my sound wasn't working, but that I think was my fault. I had to restart my voice software. But yeah, we're back. How's everyone doing today? It is the Naughty Investor. Thank you to everyone who's come to the live stream. I really do appreciate it. Anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them in the live stream. If you do want to support the stream, super chats are obviously very, very appreciated, but don't feel obligated to. If you don't have the money or you don't want to do that, that's completely fine. I am going to answer every question that I can as long as YouTube notifies me. But once again, if you do want to support the stream, super chats are encouraged. But let's get into the news today. So I've talked in the past about how much money you can make with price arbitrage. Now, what is price arbitrage? Price arbitrage just means getting something at a cheaper price and then selling it at a higher price. It's basically a disparity between the prices. And it happens on the stock, not really in the stock market, but in the penny market, on the pink sheets, that's penny stocks, it happens there. But it's especially in the crypto market. What country am I in? I am in the United States. I'm in the United States. But price arbitrage is basically disparities between prices. And when I first got started in crypto, price arbitrage was even greater. Meaning you could go on an exchange and see a coin for 10 cents, go on another exchange, see it for like 80 cents, right? It was huge. Today, because we're starting to have a more developed market, yeah, arbitrage is basically just between the exchanges, right? And I used to make a lot of money buying it between the exchanges, and you could still do this. You could still do this as a strategy, as a trading strategy. It's not as strong as it once was. I'm being honest. I'm being completely honest with you. But it still is a strategy. People do it. I know people who do it. They'll buy it on small exchanges or big. They'll buy it. Usually the case is they buy it on a bigger exchange and then they sell it on a smaller exchange because for whatever reason, just the way the liquidity works, on the bigger exchanges, the price is going to be closer to the actual price. Smaller exchanges because there's less volume, there's less liquidity, it's going to be a bit different. It's going to be probably more so inflated. And what people do is they'll buy it on big exchanges and then they'll sell it on smaller exchanges, okay? And you can make decent money doing this, and this is something that has been around for many, many years, and it's nothing new. eBay resellers do a similar thing. They'll buy it from like Walmart or something on a clearance rack, resell it on eBay. It's just price arbitrage. It's been around for years. And what AMB Crypto, which is a crypto news network, what they came across was that XRP was at 77 cents on the crypto exchange BitBay. Now, I don't use BitBay. Let me know if you guys do use BitBay. I don't. And the price was only about 32 cents on Binance. So that's basically over double. It's over double the price, all right? So if you bought on Binance, you put $1,000 in, you could sell for over $2,000 on BitBay. Okay, so again, these opportunities do come along. Usually they're not this apparent, but I think this opportunity just shows that XRP, I think, is undervalued. I think XRP is undervalued, especially on the main exchanges. So let's get into the article. The prices of Bitcoin spiked and crossed the $6,000 mark on Bitfinex on May 3rd. The rise of Bitcoin contributed to most altcoins, including XRP, the third largest coin in the world, surging. According to CoinMarketCap, XRP spiked by 2.29% over the past 24 hours and started correcting itself as it noted a dip of 0.07% within the hour, so not a huge dip. At press time, the coin was valued at about 31 cents with a market cap of 13 billion US dollars. You don't use it, but oh, you heard the news, okay. Yeah, this happened only for, you're absolutely correct, and we're gonna get into that. This happened, this price arbitrage, they usually don't last very long. And now you might ask yourself, why is that? Why don't they last very long? It's because of supply and demand, right? Someone sees that something's undervalued, it's not going to stay undervalued very long. Because what happens is traders see, hey, this is undervalued on this exchange and overvalued on this exchange, let me buy it here and sell it, and then it's no longer, and because people are buying it, it's an increase in demand, and when demand increases, it brings it back up to the proper level, okay? Or when there's the reverse is also the case, simply put. Even though the price of the coin was far from 50 cents, it was valued at 0.54 on the crypto exchange BitBay. Yes, cryptocurrencies do have some differences in valuation on exchanges. However, this difference between the prices of XRP was exponential, about double almost. Twitter user XRP Harvester pointed out that the value of XRP was on the exchange. He said, why is hashtag XRP trading for 54 cents on BitBay? BitBay noted the highest value of XRP at 77 cents with a trading volume of just 13,000 US dollars on May 3rd. The exchange noted a drop of 41.82% in XRP's price. On the contrary, XRP peaked at 32 cents on Binance and has been undergoing a correction. According to another Twitter user at BlockReal, the real coin was valued as high as $55 in July of 2018 on BitBay, which was prompting people to trade it. So imagine that. You could have gotten XRP for a couple dollars and been selling it for $55 on BitBay. Now, what happens in these instances is they don't last long. They don't last long, and they only will usually last a few hours, because by the time this hits the press, bam, all the traders are in it, all the traders are grabbing at it. And, I mean, again, it's just remarkable opportunity. One Twitter user said, let's go to BitBay before it hits 10K this year. So imagine that if XRP hits, let's say, $100 on normal exchanges by the end of this year, which I think is possible, it would hit probably like $500 on BitBay in some of the more arbitrage-friendly exchanges, let's say. Some of the exchanges have different liquidity pools, okay? But yeah, always keep your eye out, guys. Always keep your eye out for these opportunities, because if you find coins on the cheap, you could sell them on the high. Okay? And if you find coins at their average price, you could sell them at overvalued prices depending on the exchanges, all right? And I don't do this as much as I used to because I'm a little bit more busy today, these days rather, but I just still think it's something important to point out. Just gonna check the chat. XRP has lost half of its value against Bitcoin this year. So I don't think, I'm going to say something right here. I don't think measuring something against Bitcoin should be the most important way to look at it. Okay, now you might ask, why do I say that? All right. Well, let's say you're comparing XRP to Bitcoin, right? And you're measuring its value versus Bitcoin, and you're looking at the price compared to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin surges 10,000%, right, and XRP only surges 1,000%, you're going to look at that negatively on XRP, because compared to Bitcoin, it only surged this much, okay? Just theoretically, just a thought experiment. This isn't saying this isn't going to happen. But when you look at it in actuality, XRP still went up 1,000%, right? So I don't really like measuring coins compared to Bitcoin. I mean, it's useful sometimes. I'm not saying you should never do it, but it's not something I do a lot. And again, when we're talking about XRP price declines and, the whole crypto market has been hit negatively the past year and a half, really. But I'm still fine. I mean, I got into XRP when it was under 20 cents. All right, so I'm still happy with my investment, and I still have positive outlooks on XRP. No, I'm diversified. I don't only own XRP. I own XRP. I own Ethereum. I own some Litecoin. I own some Bitcoin, right? I own a lot of different coins. XRP is a coin I own a lot of, but I do always encourage diversification, right? But yeah, XRP, yeah, you could say compared to Bitcoin, how things have been going, right? But still, when you look at it as it is, it's not always accurate to compare something to Bitcoin, because in reality, the whole crypto market has been hurt pretty badly. Just checking on that. Okay. Jaloon says, I apologize if I pronounce your name wrong. I can't really read it because my phone's screen is dimmed. XRP takes a lot more to raise it up than Bitcoin, but when the fundamentals line up, XRP will moon. Ripple has great partnerships in some use cases. I completely agree. One of the reasons that XRP takes longer to rise up is because it has a higher supply. But don't let that scare you away, because Ripple is working very hard every day. Ripple, you're starting to hear more and more and more adoption of XRP, okay? So I'm not concerned about XRP. I think XRP has great use case. I think XRP is going to go up over time, and I'm secure in my investment, and I think you guys should be too. Randall says, Ripple founders keep dumping, thus increasing the supply. I mean, look, Ripple needs... People say this a lot, okay, about Ripple selling XRP, but you have to look at it from their perspective as well. They need money to operate, and that's their main source of cash flow, and Ripple's doing a lot to help XRP as well, so you can't only focus on the negative. You can only focus on, well, they're selling XRP and that hurts the price. I mean, short term, yes, it hurts the price, but long term, when you look at the partnerships, the banks, the XRP tip bot, you have Coil, where they're basically doing almost venture capital, where they're helping startups that are going to use XRP. I am very confident in XRP long term. Very confident. Very, very confident. Yes, absolutely. It's always great to diversify. Next up, we're going to talk about some Ethereum. We got some Ethereum coming up. Now, Ethereum development has been criticized in the past as being slow, but in this semi-crypto boom that we're starting to come out of the bear market, but we're not completely out, Ethereum development is picking up, okay? Ethereum development is picking up. In March, Vitalik Buterin, the Russian-Canadian founder of Ethereum, took to the stage of Token 2049, a blockchain event in Hong Kong, to talk about all things about his brainchild. He recently explained that Serenity, I love that name Serenity, by the way. I almost want to get it tattooed on me. I love the name Serenity. Could simply be explained as a way to bring technical improvements like proof of stake and sharding together to improve the virtual machine. The efficiencies of the protocol and the whole technical things that I've never heard of, per the industry insider, this is all being done to create a next generation blockchain to the hundreds of times faster and scalable than Ethereum's current iteration. Now, what sharding is sharding... oh my god, thank you for the... I really do appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. I really do appreciate it. Really, really do. It helps me out a ton. Randall says they don't need $300 or $400 million a month to operate. You'd be surprised, because going back to XRP, I know I'm getting a little bit mumbled here, right? But going back to XRP, what did I mention? I mentioned Coil, right? And I also mentioned that the fact that Ripple is funding startups. So you might look at it and say that's a lot of money. I get it. I understand your concern. I really do understand your concern. But the reality is, when you're investing in companies, there's a lot of overhead. You're going to have administrators, lawyers, attorneys, judges, contracts, right? Proofreaders of those contracts, reiterations of those contracts, negotiations, people negotiating for you. When you're investing in startups and you're running a huge company like Ripple, it is huge. You're going to have a ton of overhead. I really do think so. Hello, Brett. How are you doing today? Consensus coins are brand new to the crypto market, but they're in the initial wave where privacy coins were in at previous waves at the beginning. Yeah, I could say that. I don't disagree there. Yeah, he also, all right, so he says that third generation crypto is just coming onto the scene. Buy now before they are mainstream. Now, that's what I've been saying this whole time, okay? A lot of the newer coins are going to boom very soon. Some of the older coins too. A lot of the older coins I still hold, but this new generation of cryptocurrency that's coming right now, you get it while it's cheap, and then when it's boom, that's when you're rich, okay? Brett says, I don't understand why XRP is not going up in price. So, let me explain this. I'll put it this way. Things in technology always take time to develop. And XRP is still in the developmental stage, okay? It's still very new. Cryptocurrency as a whole is still very new. And when it kind of happens like a light switch, right? So prices aren't going up for a while, or they're going bumpy, right? But then when a real adoption takes place and then people start buying it, boom, price goes through the roof. And we saw that before. Am I incorrect? We saw that before in the last bull market. We saw a ton of interest come in, but that interest came before use case, which is why it was overvaluation. Now, the next bull run, or the next bull run at the very least, it might be the next one, it might be the next one, is going to be the real bull run. It's going to be the bull run that's based on adoption of those cryptocurrencies. It's going to be based on companies, hey, we need XRP to solve this issues, let's pour millions of dollars in it, right? All right, so moving back to Ethereum, and if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them. I do try and get back to everyone. Super chats, again, are encouraged. Big thank you for the $2. I really, really do appreciate it. And moving back to Ethereum, sharding is when the validators on the network don't have to hold the entire blockchain. So it increases efficiency. So what happens is, instead of every validator holding the entire blockchain, they hold shards of it, right? Sharding, bits and pieces of it. And that's what Ethereum is going to be undergoing, okay? So we could see Ethereum make some big moves. We're seeing Ethereum pick up development-wise, which has in the past been a criticism. Hey, things are taking so long. Vitalik, what are you doing? And we're starting to see that pick up. And I'm really positive on Ethereum going forward. I am. A lot of people have been hitting on Ethereum. Hey, the ICO things are going. These are going. Ethereum still has tremendous use case, just like XRP does. All right, so I'm still very big on Ethereum. Yes, I completely agree. The Ethereum ecosystem is massive. It very much is. There's so much going on the Ethereum network that it's hard to keep track of, because people say, oh, well, ICOs are gone, and they're not completely gone, but now there's STOs, which are new. Then there's all the dApps, the decentralized applications. 80% of dApps, it might be 70. Don't quote me, but the majority, you get the point, the majority of decentralized applications, dApps, are built on Ethereum, okay? So Ethereum still is king. I know there's competitors. There's EOS. EOS is a big competitor. EOS, in my opinion, is a good coin, but it sacrifices decentralization in exchange for scalability. Now, that might be a positive trade-off in your opinion. It definitely could be, but I'm just saying that EOS is not a 100% upgrade over Ethereum. Ethereum has its pros and cons. EOS has its pros and cons. They both have their merits, right? And that's how a lot of things are in cryptocurrency. A lot of cryptocurrencies are going to succeed. A lot won't, but a lot will. And the ones that do are going to really make you a lot of money, okay? The EOS team is very sketchy. I 100% agree. I 100% agree with that. I really, really do. I don't own EOS. Where I own a tiny bit, a little bit that I think a friend gave me or something, but I have not invested substantially in EOS. I've traded EOS though. I have traded EOS for short-term profits. I definitely have. Mainstream traction. This all comes as Ethereum or private chains based on the technology at least have begun to gain traction in the mainstream, especially with big name corporations. For instance, in late April, rumors revealed that Samsung, one of the world's largest technology shops, has intentions to build an Ethereum-based blockchain that will host its own tokens. It's not clear what use this asset would hold, but the source suggests that blockchain could be brought to Samsung Pay, the tech giant's fintech application. So we have Samsung, one of the biggest tech companies in the world, potentially putting something on Ethereum. And people will downplay this. People will say, oh, it's not a huge deal. Okay? But things start small. Companies dip their toes in the water before they jump head first. Okay? And that's just the reality of it. Companies don't jump head first in. Never. They always dip their toes in the water. And that's what's happening with cryptocurrency in general. All right? Next up, we have the markets today. Most of your top coins, just down a % or two in the day. Nothing horrible. Nothing we haven't seen before, but it just something I should note. What are my thoughts on VeChain? I don't currently own it. I don't know enough about it to swing one way or the other, but I would say my thoughts are mostly positive. I know a bit about it. I haven't done in-depth research on it, but I have owned it before. I've traded it before for short-term profits. Like, you know, get in, get out. But I would say overall I lean positive. But I don't have a strong opinion either way on VeChain. But let me know what you think about VeChain. Brett says, I wish the SEC would make a decision on XRP. We all wish that. We all wish that, man. That's what we're all hoping for. And I think the decision will come. And I think it'll come at the right time. All right. Maybe I'm being a little bit superstitious or whatever, but I think the SEC will make the decision at the perfect time. Okay. But yeah, so most of your top coins down 1%. Biggest gainer on the day is Aurora, up only 5%, followed by Nulls, up about 4.17%. Bitcoin dominance is up. Again, it's up 55.8%. We have been seeing Bitcoin dominance rise, and there's no way to get around that. Bitcoin dominance has been rising. All right. Total market cap is at 180 billion US dollars. That I think I covered everything I wanted to cover on the stream, guys. I covered XRP and price arbitrage, Ethereum development, and then we went into the markets. If anyone has any last questions, we'll give it a minute or two. Any final questions anyone has, any final super chats anyone has, I do appreciate them. And then we'll wrap up the stream in just a few minutes. What is my take on Tron? Ernest asks. Tron, I think, has good... So Tron, here's the best way I could put Tron. Tron has good fundamentals, but bad marketing. Okay? That's my thoughts on Tron. I think there's use case there, but I don't think the marketing is there, because they've done a lot of shady things where they will announce an announcement, like they'll say it's become a meme in the cryptocurrency world, where like they'll say, oh, next week we have an announcement, and next week comes, and then the Tron team will say, all right, here's our announcement, we have an announcement next month. And that's happened a couple of times. So I'm not saying I'm negative on Tron, I just don't own it myself. But I think there's potential there. Exactly, you get it, at Justin Sun. Legislation is putting pressure on the unethical practices in the crypto space, i.e. the Tether debacle. Yeah, so I'll explain the Tether thing. The whole controversy with Tether is, the main one at least, is that money there? Is there actual a bank account with the exact amount that Tether says to back those coins? If there's not, then Tether's useless. If there is, then Tether's fine. And if they have some of it, but not all of it, then it's kind of edging that line. But yeah, guys, that's it for the stream. Thank you everyone who came out. Thank you for the super chats. I really do appreciate it. Help support the stream. I'm a one-man show here. You know, I don't have a huge team to help me out, and the super chats really, really do help, especially with the YouTube adpocalypse. Just gonna check over here. All right. So thank you again, everyone. I'll catch you all next time, and have a great, great day, and keep on hodling.